Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever time you're finding to sit before the video. This is Larry Reynolds from Grace Healing, and I just was in prayer this morning. I was thinking upon something as I finished a video the other day. Um, I made a comment that to me is very simple because I've known it my whole life, but I just wanted to clarify for people the importance of understanding what I meant when I said that God does not speak in voice. Because many people talk about the inner voice I heard, the way, and then I don't understand why this didn't happen. And in my understanding, and people can believe whatever they want to believe, but in my understanding, in my experience, what I found is God presents within us through a knowing, a known awareness that emerges within our minds, a clear understanding in a manner that aligns with God's holy nature. What I've witnessed many times is people that say they heard from God a word or they heard instructions from God in a voice. And many times I've witnessed that it was not accurate. And what I've seen in this experience is that's an egoic attachment to the beginning of a knowing. So the person encountered a knowing and then added a voice understanding to it. This is also the place where I witnessed many people. I've served thousands of people with, different diagnoses for mental health issues, whether it be schizoaffective, schizophrenic, different types of situations, hearing voices. And what happens is they start to name one of the voices, God or source or the Lord of the grid or whatever they end up calling it. And what I try to help them understand is that each and every one of those voices are not God. Since God presents in the sense of a knowing, then we either egoically or spiritual influence attaches a voice to the nature of what's being presented and alters it slightly from the perfect holy attributes that would emerge from the original divine knowing to the expression of voice within. So this is just a clarification from a previous video because I want to help people understand that God has already instilled all the living word within you. It is in you, whole and complete. Yeshua instructed us to seek first the word, then draw unto scripture. The word is the living presence of God manifested as Yeshua through us, fully present within us to manifest and bring forth glory, which is God's blessing. And it will come again in the form of a knowing, not a verbal construct. So I know that many people have taken this process of God spoke to me or I heard instruction from God. And I would ask you that if you have the spiritual fortitude to relinquish that and search more deeply, because that's been the theme of these videos lately, is to go to the deeper truth, the deepest part within self, that espousia, not the word authority. Authority comes with a hard hand and a heavy push and an aggressive tone. The original word was espousia, from the deepest parts within. So if we could honestly seek God from the deepest parts within and trust God enough to say, this voice that I hear, I have enough trust in you to return the voice to you to settle into the knowing of your presence. And you may find that the depth of counsel and awareness in service to others and in guidance for your life would deepen in a way that you would just have a knowing of moving in a direction and greeting the presence of God and the glory that forms or preceded you in every situation you encountered. Or even deeper so, that if you're in the midst of earthly chaos or spiritual things unfolding before you, you would be the calm within the midst of all that unfolding because you stand within the knowing that God is within you, therefore nothing can harm you. nothing can come against you. And even as somebody tries to take your life or bring harm to you or spiritually undermine your situation or undermine the work that you are doing or form like a Jezebel spirit to tear down the church that you dwell in, you could be the calm within the storm because you become the knowing of God's presence and you are not governed by those things that are undefined, the things in the background that are happening to undermine your life. So I hope that this blesses you this morning and gives you time for thought and consideration, or this evening, whichever time you actually find before the video screen. And we at Grace Healing will look forward to serving you. If you reach out, we're at gracehealing.org, gracehealing.video on the YouTube, and also Grace Healing Community on the Facebook page. So we look forward to hearing from you, and I pray that you have an amazing week and a wonderful day. Take care and be blessed.